a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. If you want your tariff rate to be zero, then you build your product right here in America, because they do it to us and we do it to them.
On April 3, 2025, a major decision was made. The U.S. imposed a hefty 25% tariff on automobile imports.
This is the beginning of Liberation Day in America. We're going to take back just some of the money that has been taken from us by people sitting behind this desk or another desk that's not quite as nice, but they have their choice of 7, as you know. And we're going to charge countries for doing business in our country and taking our jobs, taking our wealth. And what we're going to be doing is a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States. If they're made in the United States, there's absolutely no tariff.
This move sparked worries about higher prices for consumers. The decision raised concerns across Canada and the U.S., as it was expected to increase car prices and disrupt trade between the two nations. And that's not all. Starting May 3rd, the same 25% tariff will also apply to car parts. Experts are calling it one of the biggest disruptions to the North American auto industry in decades. In response, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney announced that Canada would implement matching tariffs on U.S. vehicles that did not meet the standards of the Canada-United States-Mexico Agreement, CUSMA.
Canada will respond to the U.S. auto tariffs. And today I'm announcing that the Government of Canada will be responding by matching the U.S. approach, with 25% tariffs on all vehicles imported from the United States that are not compliant with CUSMA, our North American Free Trade Agreement.
Carney emphasized that these retaliatory tariffs were aimed at protecting Canadian industries and workers from the economic impact of U.S. tariffs. He also noted that the revenue generated from these tariffs would be used to support Canadian auto workers and businesses. Why choose to implement these tariffs at this moment? Who benefits, and who faces the consequences? Let's break it down. The US, Canada, and Mexico share much more than just car commerce. They collaborate in vehicle manufacturing. A vehicle assembled in Windsor often contains components from Michigan, Mexico, or Ontario. Some parts even cross the border 7 or 8 times before final assembly. The new tariffs complicate these logistics, increasing costs and disrupting auto supply chains significantly. Canadian auto expert Peter Frise shared, "It's chaos. Nobody knows how tariffs will be enforced. The rise in production costs in the US could lead to job losses in car manufacturing. This shift would impact local businesses that depend on steady operations." In Canada, plants like Stellantis in Windsor have begun shutting down, with potential ripple effects for the economy. Families relying on the auto sector are increasingly anxious about job security and reduced hours. On April 2, 2025, former President Donald Trump made a significant announcement regarding new trade policies, which he called Liberation Day. Trump introduced a 10% tariff on all imported goods entering the U.S., with higher rates for specific countries, 34% on Chinese imports, 20% on European Union products. These moves sparked immediate reactions in global markets, leading to a sharp drop in U.S. stock indices and raising concerns about trade wars, inflation, and potential recession. The S&P 500 fell by 6%. The Dow Jones dropped by 2,200 points. It was the worst market drop since the COVID-19 pandemic, and in just 2 days, about $6 trillion in market value was lost. Major companies like Tesla, GM, and Ford and others experienced declines in their stock prices as investors grew apprehensive. The uncertainty surrounding these tariffs added to concerns over taxation and enforcement. Trump claims his goal is to bring jobs home, while critics argue it resembles a campaign strategy targeting swing states like Michigan and Ohio. Will this tactic work? Success may depend on public perception linking it to job growth. Yet, rising prices could stir discontent. These tariffs might bolster Trump's support or risk undermining his presidency. If you're thinking about buying a car, The new 25% tariff on imported vehicles could add $12,500 to the price of a $50,000 car. Even cars made in the US could see price increases because the cost of parts is rising. Workers in the auto industry may face potential layoffs or reduced hours as costs rise. Business owners must brace for delays in car parts and increasing operational expenses. Investors in the auto sector could see stock prices fluctuate, heightening investment risks. Even car repairs could become more expensive as the price of parts rises due to the tariffs. Even cars made in the US could see price increases because the cost of parts is rising. It ultimately revolves around paychecks, pricing, and peace of mind. The ramifications extend beyond the automotive world. They shape our economy's future and introduce ongoing uncertainty for everyone involved. Will Trump's tariffs lead to a self-sufficient America, or could they stir greater economic troubles? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. The auto industry stands at a crucial crossroad, as does the wider economy. Keep an eye out for more updates on this evolving situation. If you found this video engaging, please like and subscribe for more insights. We appreciate your viewership and look forward to your next visit.